Welcome to the full tutorial of the scenario analysis dashboard in Excel. In the previous video, I actually gave you an overview of how this dashboard works. In today's video, I'm just going to show you how to create this from the scratch. But before we delve into the creation, let me just give you a little overview before we actually go to the back end and actually create something very nice just like this to help you get the idea of how I got this created. I got this idea from Power BI, so where we use Power BI if parameter to actually create such analysis to check how sales should be done in the nearest future. So right now, let's say you work in a particular organization where they sell products, or you own a store and you want to actually discount some products because of seasonal sales like Christmas, New Year, winter, or even Black Friday. So now we have 32 products right here, so we want to actually select these groups of products, like these 4 products right here, and discount them. So for now, I'm going to actually remove the filter we placed on it before now. So here is what we have this flat dashboard where we don't have any scenario in place. So right now it's asking us to input scenario, and here it says no scenario applied. So before we apply any scenario, let's just take a look at what is going on right here. This is the key aspect of our dashboard. Our sales, we have scenario sales increase and scenario sales decrease. So but right now we are having them to be equal in terms of number, 3 million, 3 million, 3 million. So why? It was because we don't have any scenario being applied right here. So we don't have the original profit. The original profit is equal to the scenario and the original profits. Why? It was because we don't have anything applied. As soon as you have a scenario applied, you have it changed. So now we don't have any scenario profit increase or the scenario profit decrease. So this is what it is. So here we are showing cumulative of it. Like if we had applied the scenario, how much would you have made from January to December or from January to May on a cumulative basis? So we have the say cumulative original sales and cumulative scenario sales, cumulative original profit and cumulative scenario profit. So right here we are showing the relationship between the scenario and original sales, and the scenario and original profit is what we're showing right here, and we show this based on the quantity being sold. So now let us apply, like, okay, we have to give, like, okay, we are giving 2% discount to our customers. So if we do that, what we are going to lose, what you're going to lose is just this over $70 dollars, right? So that $70,000 is what we're gonna actually have to give away to get more customers. So what if we have, like, now we are losing, right? So if we look at here, we don't have any profit. What if we have, like, maybe we're gonna have like 8% increase in terms of sales? So what do we have? So we have profit increase by, can you see that? We have this profit increase, and we have all the chart updates automatically. This is what I'm about to show you. So I don't want to actually waste much of your time. Let's see what the data set is like. This is what we have as the data set we're going to receive from our clients or from our boss to have them help do this analysis. So now here is the backend. This is how I actually run my analysis. I'm actually going to click here and make sure I get this view. So click and go to view and put on the ruler. So right now this is what I do. So here is how I ran it. So can you see that? This is just what I did. Very few, we don't have much to do. So I'm just going to show you how to do this. Let me just show you straight up. So now if I go right here to this sheet, I'm going to actually start to create it on this sheet to show you the sample. So what I'm going to do right now is for me to go back to my back end or data source and click on this, then hit on insert and insert pivot table. To summarize our data, I'm going to use the existing worksheet. Yes, click on this and actually have it pasted right here. So this is what we have. So right now, quickly, I'm going to actually choose on I'm going to click on the month. So I'm going to take off this. So here is what I have. So I'm going to have to come with my quantity. Sorry, the quantity should be somewhere around here. So the price and the costs. So this is what I have. So right now we need to actually add more columns to actually create that kind of analysis we have right here. So go to the back end and actually click on this. So I'm going to click on Control and Shift. Then this is what I have. I'm going to copy this from here and take it to this particular sheet 2 and have it dropped here. So this is what I have. So now I'm gonna have this, highlight everything from here, then double click, and you have it stretched out. So now this is where the real game starts. So we're gonna actually like to use this particular column that I have added to create that kind of analysis we have right there. So now we have to look at how to increase quantity and how to decrease quantity, and we have to make it dynamic. So what you need to do is to have to use equal to sign, and like, okay, equal to this particular quantity, and we want to increase it. We're going to say multiply and open bracket 1 plus the percentage we want to increase it by. So now we go to the back end, so we are increasing, so we're going to click this and we have it closed. So we need to actually lock this cell down because we don't want to move to the next cell when we try to pull our formula down. So if your F4 is working, just do me a favor to use F4. It's going to be very easy. So I have it this way. So now I'm gonna actually have to take it here and I hit enter. So this is what I have. So I'm gonna drag this down. So before the click right here, and have this formatted. So I'm gonna have this formatted. So I don't need extra decimal. So that is what I have. So this is what I have as the increase of the profit. So now if you look at this now, this is 5264. This is 5685, just because of what the 2%, the 8% that we have on here. So this is what we have. So the next one is gonna be this. Now it's very simple. We use the same format. So now we need to get a decrease, that is quantity decrease. So it's going to be the quantity, or we multiply it and open bracket 1 minus. So right here we use plus, but right here we're going to use minus. So we go to the back end and we use this particular one. So we close it. So before we finally go and hit enter, we now have to lock the right here. So now we have to go and drag this down. So what we have a decrease. Can you see it decreased beyond what we have right here, and this one increased beyond what we have right here. So this is how we run this scenario analysis in Excel. So now the next thing we're going to do right now, we need to actually sell scenario price increase. So all of a sudden we want to actually increase our price and see what that does. So now we can actually click on the price right here. We have sum of price, so we click on it. As the price is going to be increased, we need to use same logic we used there and actually use that and actually say 1 plus. So we go to the price and click on this price. So we have it closed, and we actually lock it down as well. We don't want it to actually move every single time we copy down. So once I hit enter and I'm gonna actually copy down, then this is what I have. So if you look at what we have as our price, it actually got it hasn't increased. Why? Was because we don't have any input right here. Like maybe we want to actually increase the price by 2%. So if we go back right now, what we're gonna have is something different. Can you look at this? It's beyond what we have right here by 2%. So this is what we have. 5439 is 5548. So now we need to actually apply the decrease as well to this. So the decrease is going to be the same thing. Take this and actually multiply and open brackets 1. Instead of plus we use minus, and we go back to the back end, to the dashboard, and actually use this decrease. So it's going to be decreased by 2% right now. So you see how much we're going to get off it. So I'm going to lock it and actually hit enter. From there I'm going to just go down, click, and actually copy down. So if you look at it, it decreases while it increased right here. So that is what we have. So the next thing I'm going to do right now is for me to get my scenario sales increase. How do we do this? How do we know when the sales got increased? So I'm going to say equal to this. So the price increase is scenario price increase is this. I'm going to multiply it by the quantity increase right here. So when I hit enter, this is what I'm going to have. So this is what we're going to be using to create our chart, just like what we have right here, that is making us to have our scenario profit and scenario profit decrease, as well as scenario sales plus scenario sales decrease. So if I go back right here, I'm going to say, okay, the scenario sales decrease. So we have the increase, we have a decrease on red. So it's going to be this price decrease. Can you see? Price decrease, multiply it by the quantity decrease as well. So once we actually get this down, we're gonna have something nice just like this. So this is what we need to do. So the next thing is the original sales. What is the original sales? The original sales is gonna be for we to come right here and multiply the quantity sold, multiply it by the price. Multiply it by the price, the quantity sold by the price, just like this. So it gives us the original sales. So we copy down. So here is it. This is the original sales right now. Now the profit increase right now. So how do we get the profit increase? It's very easy. So we're going to go to the scenario in sales increase. So we take it away from the original sales. So we see how much our profit got increased if we apply any scenario. But what if we don't apply any scenario? We're going to have it to be equal to this. That was why when we just analyzed the first thing we did when we actually started this tutorial, I showed you that we have equal the scenario sales and the main sales are actually equal because there was no scenario placed on it. So the profit decrease right now is what we need to get. So we have gotten the profit increase. Now is for we to get the profit decrease. So the scenario sales decrease here. So we're going to take this from the now for we to get the profit decrease, as we've gotten the profit increase. So we're getting the scenario from this original. So now it's giving us this is how much it got decreased. So I'm going to say Control 1 and change the formatting of number now to that of this sign. So give me a minus. I prefer that. That is this what I want. So now what we need to get now is the cost of goods sold. So we need to get this cost of goods sold for a good reason. So to get the cost of goods sold right now, what we want to do is we just multiply the quantity sold by the cost of that particular product. So we hit OK, and what we need to do is to drag this down. So this is what we have right now. We need the original profit. So how do we get the original profit? To get the original profit is for we to actually click on the sales. The sales, the original profit right now is the sales minus the cost of goods sold. So minus the cost of goods sold. So once I get it down, I use this. So this is the original profit. Right now I need to actually combine my original profit with the scenario profit. So I'm going to click on this and actually add it to what? To my scenario profit. Like profit increases my scenario profit. I'm going to say okay. I'm going to drag this down. So should you have any doubt, please leave a comment. I would appreciate that. I'm going to actually help you to explain everything you don't understand. And as well, I'm going to be leaving a link below this video. Kindly download this particular template and take a look at it and actually play around with the dashboard and as well the back end. You will definitely understand what we've done right here. And again, if you are here for the first time, please hit the subscribe button. So now we need the cumulative scenario profit. So the cumulative needs to be calculated. Now how do we do that? So we are going to use this equal to cumulative scenario profit. So what we want to actually look is the profit increase. That is our scenario profit. The profit increase right now is this. I hit enter to get a cumulative. I say add equal to again. I'm going to add it, and I'm going to add it up to this under the previous one we took. So when I hit enter, so what I'm going to do right now is to drag this down. And this is what I have cumulatively. Okay, cumulatively right now this is what I have. So this plus this plus this plus this plus this, so that means everything right here, when you add it together, is going to give you what we have right here. So now the cumulative original profit is what we need to get right now. This is the original sales. So how do we get the original profit? Here is it. So I'm going to say this equal to this again, and we add this time around, we add this again. We hit enter, and once we drag down, it's going to add itself down to the last one. This is what we've cut in, right? That's okay. So the next thing is for we to get the cumulative original cells. So we do that by actually checking where the original cells is sitting. So check the original cells sitting here. So we hit enter. So we add equal to. So we say this plus back to the original cells, the beneath one. So we just take this way. So what we need to do right now, we drag it down, and we've just gotten this right. So the next thing we're going to do right now is cumulative scenario cells. So how do we get the cumulative scenario cells? So what we need to do is for we to look at our speed cells. Is speed it's going to be the okay, this is scenario cells right here. So once I actually click enter, so I'm going to add another equal to this same, and actually plus and locate the scenario cells again, the one beneath it. So I'm going to hit enter, and what I need this time around, I'm going to drag this. So this is what I have. So now we're almost there. So the next thing I'm going to do is for me to actually see how much it got decreased every single time we apply a scenario that make it to come out in negative, and how much it got increased when we apply something negative. So right now it's going to be equal to the quantity difference when we get the decrease. I'm going to show you what it is. So that will be the negative aspect, right? It's going to be the decrease of quantity minus the main quantity. So it's going to give me minus. So it's 0 right now. I'm going to click on this, and I'm going to go to number. So I need this. So when I hit OK, so it's going to give me 0. So the increase is going to be this same equal to, so the quantity increase minus the from the main quantity. So now how much does it get increased? So I'm gonna click OK. So now for we to test this out right now, if you can go to the dashboard, let me show you what we've just done right here. So if the quantity, this is the original quantity, see if I apply something here right now, you're gonna see this one will get updated. So if I apply 6% decrease of our sales right now, you can see that is minus from this. We are minusing, we're taking 399 away from here, and it's going to be giving us this, right? This is what I'm talking about. So if I go back right now to this, so I'm going to have it updated just like this. So this is one step we need to actually take to get it done. So we've taken the first step. Then for we to right now is for we to get the this total at the top right here. We need it. So I'm going to say sum. Sorry, oh, my equal to is missing. I'm gonna say sum. So I'm gonna sum everything we have right here at the top. So I'm gonna have to close it, and I hit enter. So this is what I have. So if I see, I check it out, that is what I have. So I'm gonna actually have to drag this down to the end. So this is what we have. So exactly. So right now this is what we have. You can decide to give it color to make it stand out from the rest. So that is left to you though, but I'm gonna do it. So I'm gonna actually use this light color. I will make it bold, and I'll put the text in white, and I'll bump out the text to be bigger. So if I actually scroll to the end, I will see it stand out. Whoever comes to this dashboard, to this back end, will definitely know that yeah, something is going on right here nicely. So this is what we have. So we might decide to actually come right to the home. So use this comma sign, and we use this operator. So now we remove the decimal from it. So we have one decimal left, so we remove it. So this is what we have. So right now that we've gotten this, the next thing we have to do right now is for we to actually start creating those charts. So how do we create those charts from this analysis we've just made? So we need to separate some particular data we don't really want to mix with others, and actually create our visualization. So the next thing we have to do right now is coming right here. To create our visualization right now, we're going to actually create our visualization beneath here, but I will never advise it right side right here and create right here and create a visualization. So we're going to be using index and match to pull things away from here. So to do that, what I'm going to do for the first time is for me to actually highlight this whole range and actually name it. So I'm going to name Control Shift will help me highlight everything. So I'm going to name this particular place as my data range. So I have it named data range. So I'm going to name the header as data range header. So data range header. So I'm going to need this alone. So I'm going to name this as my data range date, data range month. So just name it what you would ever remember. So I've actually named this. So the next step is for me now is for me to actually copy my month from here. I'm gonna just copy my month away from there. I'll show you how to create those charts very easy. So I actually paste it right here. So we've gotten this. So I'm going to rename this one month, and here I'm going to actually get the column I want. So I want my quantity, this quantity, I want it, the quantity, the original quantity, I want it, and the next thing I want is the quantity increase is the next thing I want the quantity increase. So I want to get data for this and actually create visualization to make sure I give a difference between the two data. So now what we have right here, this is what we're trying to create right now. That is this is for this right now, this is for this, and we'll make sure we get for this as well. So let's see how everything works out. So now we go back to it, and we have to use index and match to put data right here. I believe you must have known how to use index and match before now. If you don't know how to use index and match, don't worry, I'm gonna actually help you cover that. This particular system I'm going to use is much more simpler than any other system. So right now what I want to do is just to use index. So once you actually use index, your index is going to be asking for the array. The array is a whole table where your data is sitting, where what you want to pull out is sitting. So what we need to do is, because we created a name range for it, I'm going to say data range. So this is the data range, so you can see it has it highlighted automatically for me. So when I actually put comma, it's asking for the raw number. So I don't want to actually use raw number, I want to use match to get my what I want from it. So I'm gonna say match. So the match is going to be looking for what? It's going to be looking for the lookup array. So what would the match looking for? What does it want to match? So match this. So when you match this, where do you want to match this? Where do we have this? So we have this, I have it name as well. So data month range, I think data range month, I presume. So data range month right now, if it is the one, let me just highlight to this side. Exactly, it has it highlighted in this very color. So right now I'm going to put comma, and I want to actually pull out the exact match for me. So now that Excel has known what to get from me right now, where to get data from for me, so Excel is trying to actually ask, okay, what particular data do you want? We have different columns right here, so I want to put data from this column, sum of quantity and as well the quantity increase for me. So how do we get that? We need to actually match the what? Match the header, which is this header. So in this very header right here, so I'm not going to select it, so I've actually do myself a favor to get the stress off. So I'm going to use this data header, which I've created, and I'm going to actually say exact match. Can you see that? This is exactly what I want. So if I hit enter, so what am I going to have? I have it actually the way I wanted it. So now I'm having this. So we want to know why it's giving us this attitude. So let us just click on this. Can you see that? It actually moves from where it is right here. So we shouldn't have actually allowed this to move. We should have actually make sure it stick to the top. So how do we do that? So let us just click on the top one right here, which is the first one, and make sure we have this locked down. So we have it locked down. We don't allow it to move away from here. So we have it locked down, and when we hit enter and copy down this time around, I think we should have something correctly. So this is exactly what we have. So right now I'm going to actually have to pull this down here. So I'm going to have this same attitude, which is not really right. So right now what I'm going to do is for me to actually take this and put it right here and have this right here. So once I hit enter, I'm going to have something that I want exactly just like this. So now this is what I have. I'm actually gonna have to click on Control 1. So from Control 1, I'm going to actually go to number, no decimal, and I'm put my separator. So now this is what I want. So this is how we can actually get this done. So to create the other ones, we can actually copy this because we have other ones we need to create. So I'm going to show you this one for the last time before we actually create our visualization. So what we need to do to get what we want right here is just for we to use this equal sign. I'm going to use equal sign, but before I use equal sign, let's see what we need to get right here. So scenario sales and scenario original sales and the original sales and as well this original profit, or the scenario sales and the original sales. So let us get that. So I'm going to say equal to, and I'm going to locate my original sales, and this time around I need to locate my scenario sales. So the scenario sales increase, here is it. So this is what I have. So if you look at it now, it's actually looking at what we have. Something, this is awful, so we don't really want something like this. So what I want to do right now is to click at the top right here, and once you click right here, you can actually make sure you shift it down to where it should be looking at. So now this should be looking at here. So once I hit enter and actually drag this down, I have something different from whatever we have right here. So it's going to be very simple, like having something like this is nice. So it's easy, so make sure you understand how to do this. So this is what we have. So right now that we've gotten this ready, so what we need to do right now is for we to actually create something like this. Something like this is going to be cool. So now we can select our data and actually go to insert, and we take this particular chart. Exactly, so we can take this chart, and this is what we need. I can go to my format and actually go to our shape outline, as in our outline, shape fill, as in our fill. This is what we have. So, and I'm going to get this away from here. So I'm going to get this title off from here, and I'm going to shrink it a little bit and to fit into where we want to actually have it. So cut it away from here down to the dashboard, and let us drop it and see what we have. So this is what we have. So we can give it a nice color just like what we have right here, and make sure it fits right into this particular aspect. So this is what we need to do to get this. So now this is one aspect of it. So now the next thing we have to get right ready is for we to actually get all this right here. They're very simple. So what I did right here is for me to use index and match to get this down right here, the same index and match we used to pull data. So if you look at it, it's looking at something right here, and if you click on this one, this too will be looking at something at the top right here. So I have some columns being hidden right at the top of this particular place. If I move this away from here and I click right to this particular place, you can see I have it, connected to the main back end, so that when we actually try to pull something away from change anything from there, it will get changed automatically right here. So, and I have it hidden. So this is how I actually built this particular Excel dashboard. So right now the next thing is for we to actually look at what we have right here and see how we can actually get this right here. Okay, let's say we want to get original sales right here, like what we've actually analyzed, which is this. Let's go to this particular place now. Okay, let's say we want to get this particular quantity sold right here. So what we need to do right now is for me to actually go to my dashboard and actually click on insert. From insert, I'm going to click on this that, and I click this. So here is what I've gotten. So I'm going to make sure it's here. I'm going to put equal to, and I'm going to go back, and I need to get it down. Okay, here is it. So I'm gonna go down right here and actually have this. So this is what I have. Can you see this? This is so the following this, the concept different cells, data from different cells. So this is what I have right now. So if you look at this, let me just have it right here. So every single time, this is the original quantity. If I go back and take any of the scenario, and actually apply any changes right here, I'm gonna say that, okay, let us use this scenario increase, so equal to, so that is okay. Now if I come right here and actually take it off, so can you see it changes automatically? It definitely changes. So that is how dynamic this, how it is. So how it is. So how it is. What we need to do is, I'm actually going to cancel out and make sure I show you how I apply this. If you are new to Excel and you are here, you would have to understand how I got that. So I'm just going to actually see clear rules. I'm going to clear rules from the selected, so there is no any rule being applied right now. So I'm going to apply the rules again, so it looks some kind of scanty and weird, so you can actually highlight it and actually give it any color of your choice. But I want to make some kind of coloration right here, so the coloration gonna be okay. I'm gonna use this and I'm gonna apply more rules. So I'm gonna go to the color and actually choose this particular color right here. So, and I use this color, so fine, that is nice. So when I this is the cumulative original sales. So when I come to the cumulative scenario sales right now, what I need to do is for me to actually make sure it's the okay, this one is the higher number. So what I need to do right now, I go down to more rows, and this time around I want to be on this particular color. So I'll prefer something lighter, so maybe this. Can you see that? So now I'm going to apply the same thing for this. So if I go to home, I select and I make sure I go to more rows, and I take this same thing. Okay, so the last one is gonna be this. I still apply the same thing because this is the scenario one. So I go to home and I pick the same thing, just like this, more rows, and I have it to give me just this. So when I hit OK, this is how I just got this ready. So with this chart, they are very simple to create. So once you can actually get your data out just like this, so get your data from this multiple analysis we made. So get your data just like this, so you can have it visualized just the way we have right there. So I don't want to show you everything. I believe you would know how to do this or how to handle this. So let me show you just this quickly, should you don't really know how to actually get that done. So all you need to do is to select all your data and go click on insert, and you have to insert something like this. So once you start something like this, so what you need to actually, this is the increase, this duration. Now the increase is just gonna be, it's going to increase on this red. So right now I'm going to right click and actually go to change. So this is the quantity increase, and I'm going to put this on. Can you see that? This is what I just did to actually have this particular kind of design. So all you need to do is to give it the nice color that you will need to get. And actually, for you to get all this right here, use the same techniques I use in getting what I actually used to make a sample for you right here to get it right there and all that. So I believe you understand everything that actually played out right here. So this is highly very dynamic. So get it data, get a dashboard itself downloaded to your system, take a look at it and take a look at what I've done. So if you don't understand any aspect, kindly ask me a question using the comment section right on this particular channel you're watching this from. I will definitely answer your question and make sure I make you understand what you don't really understand as soon as you ask the question. So thank you very much for watching. If you watch to this end, I'm so blessed to have you here today, and I will always like you to be here by hitting the subscribe button. You might even try as much as you could to personalize subscription by actually clicking that little bell right there to make sure you receive a notification every single time I make any upload. So thank you very much for watching. Stay blessed and stay out of trouble.